On to our second round of feeding now, or I guess you could call it our second round of feeding. We've been feeding since the beginning of August, so it's just been a progression of continual feed rounds. So I'm not exactly sure how I would fit that into the whole equation on feed rounds, but we have finished up the final round, I guess you could say, of topping these colonies up for winter. This yard here, we could not keep the raccoons and the skunks from making a mess of our pails, so we had to focus it exclusively on open feeding. We've done that with 10 yards, but all these 10 yards are located, within my own apiary and not close to neighbors nearby. All the rest of the hives we've been feeding for winter, every year seems to be different. We haven't actually used the 2.5 gallon pails. I've been just using the 1 gallon pails because we've been feeding since the beginning of August, and it's just been that progression of feed. So as we ended off the season and got into the bulk period of winter feeding, we never transitioned into the big pails because we didn't need to. These hives were already primed with syrup, and it was just a matter of continuing on that bulk of sugar into them. So we just made like 3 extra rounds and got them all topped up. I noticed some of the yards that we're feeding with the pails, they're sitting with sugar up on top for a little while, and pow, they're empty all of a sudden. So I think that last round of brood has emerged, opened up space, and the queen is either letting her go or we're plugging it up before she can use it. But I still have to go around and I want to double check on whereabouts they are with colony weight, just because that measurement of syrup to hive has been so sporadic throughout this fall season as we're just kind of trying to make the rounds. Some yards have flow, some yards don't have flow. Just exactly how much weight are these colonies being put on? I'm going to use a scale for that, and as we go through today and top up the nukes and the last of the yards, I just want to scale these colonies to see where they are at. Probably give them 2.5 weeks, and if October comes in mild, maybe we'll give them just a little bit more to top them up. So let's see what they're weighing up here. Nothing overly high tech here. I don't have my smoker with me, so that probably would help a bit. The problem with these bottom boards is I don't actually have a bottom board. So I get them stirred up a little bit. Looking at 95 pounds. That is plenty heavy. I got him stirred up. Well, shit, that pissed him off. No smoke and great big holes in my pants. I guess I was asking for it. So I'm going to lift another one here. This little device of mine seems to be more awkward than anything else. I think I'm going to bring my easy loader out, unfold, and use the winch to make my life a little more easier. I'm just going to lift one more up here to see what we got. Ah! That one's 95 pounds, so that's fed up for winter. Just now they're attacking my ankles. So, abort this mission. Not such a good idea, but that saved me a little bit of time. But I will use the electric winch, and I will use a smoker. And here I go. The machine that saves me all time and labor. Well, I just don't hinge on it right off the start. Always a better way, right? We are scaling in at 85 pounds. Well, that was a hell of a lot better. Show us what you got. This one's 90 pounds. Yeah, this yard's pretty consistent about that 85, 90 pounds. This one's 90 pounds. Beautiful box of bees. Don't let the box itself fool you. Wall to wall. £90. A box of bees. This is a nuke also. Beautiful winter clusters. We're starting to see what the winter cluster is going to bring us. A lot of the summer bees are starting to drift away, and what we're seeing now is that nest that has been set up end of August into September here. Alright, I want to do some nukes now. Nukes I want at 60 pounds. These are 6 frames. And it's 55. So that's pretty close. Beautiful little box of bees there. These are on the screens. £60. She's ready for winter. Look at these fives. My goodness. Going through a hatch, I think. A little more awkward. These fives I'm looking at approximately 50 pounds is what I want. It's about all you can fit into these fives is 50 pounds. What a beautiful little nuke. And it is weighing at 45. So they can handle a little bit more. Here, let's do the one beside it. There we go. This one's 50. So that's good news. My hives are fed up. It is September 22nd. I'm just topping up the last, so we'll give them a week. We'll gather up all the equipment after they're done, and pretty much that's it. We'll cap the corks and just wait and bring them in. If we have a mild October, maybe we might throw a little bit more at them. Just, you know, if it's mild. This is very mild weather. These bees are very active. They're still consuming syrup. They're not developing any more brood in here. They're pretty much done, I would say. Well, let's take a look. Getting 50 pounds. This one is 45 pounds. Can't get much more. They'd pretty much have to be using all the space for that. Might have trouble digging down. There's so many bees in here. Holy. Generally, I don't like going down into my fall-time nests because it's sure, what good am I going to do? I don't recognize the nest anymore. They're not growth. They are just in kind of holding pattern now. But I kind of want to see every once in a while what's going on. Well, look at these guys. They have a patch of open brood just like that. These guys are weighing 45 pounds. And there's still a patch of brood in there. That queen is still asking for space. She's still demanding some space in there. There sure is a risk of rolling the queen when you're dealing with so many bees like this, filled right up with honey. This will be my last frame. Yeah, right full of feed. The other one I can see is right full of feed. Man, oh man, that's why I don't like going down into my full-time nest. It's just so very awkward, and there's no real advantage to it other than this figuring out what's going on. You know, that queen is at risk every time you pull those frames out because they're full of honey and everything's just packed in there and they're full of bees. And wow, that nest looks absolutely fantastic. So it's practically done brood rearing. We've probably accelerated its slowdown by backfilling it up. She has this little patch of brood going on in there which are anchored onto, so that's good. That's it. As soon as they finish off that pail, just on the last little bit of dregs, these colonies are ready for winter.